When it comes to building in Sumter County, experience matters. From remodels, barns, additions, and accessory buildings to creating the custom home of your dreams, our Hogan Construction delivers quality you can trust. Russell is hands-on and on-site daily, going above and beyond to ensure the project isn't just completed, but crafted to perfection. He doesn't just meet expectations, he exceeds them. For a builder who puts integrity and craftsmanship first, call R. Hogan Construction today at 352-793-7660. Russell Hogan Construction. Built on tradition, built to last. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy Goble, and today I have a special guest. She is a social media influencer and on Instagram, and I'm sure several other platforms. My guest today is Miss Taylor Rogers. Taylor, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me. I've actually had to learn how to edit my videos, and I cut out either the beginning or end of words in my sentences. Do you follow Kylie Pitts? I doubt that you do. She does not post anything that you would be interested in.
Probably not.
She posts a lot of day in the lives, and she does voiceovers.
Oh, okay.
And if you listen to her voiceovers, her sentences run into each other. She edits them to cut off the last part of the last word of her sentence and merge with the first part of the first word of her next sentence.
Gotcha.
If you stay with me there.
Yeah.
And
that's a run-on sentence.
Yeah. It's a huge run-on sentence of 20 sentences.
When you take a break, you're like,
yeah. Well, she edits it that way.
Okay.
So
well, she's not really doing it.
All yeah.
Yeah, but who talks like that?
Oh, she talks super fast and has a really strong accent. But the girl that I follow on TikTok that posts all that psychology of stopping in your scroll says that that's why Kylie Pitts has been so successful, because you don't have time to lose interest. She starts talking as soon as it starts, and she might be saying, hey, but you only get A, but you know what she says.
Maybe she's from Canada?
No, she's from, she's got super strong. Yeah. Okay, that went right over my head. You tried, right? Wrong audience. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, it's crazy that our time span, our attention span is that short.
Yes.
But that psychology behind social media and what makes people watch fascinates me.
Well, that's the thing is I'm trying to figure out what are some things that I can all I'm trying to do is get my name out there.
Yeah.
So the more the merrier.
Heck yeah.
Let me tell you, this is a bizarre story. It's still out there. It's on my Instagram. It is a video of. Okay, so let me set the picture for you. I don't remember what year it is, but it's the CMAs or the AMAs, country music, right?
Okay.
Alan Jackson is on top of the hill.
Alan Jackson,
he still is.
Love him.
In my opinion. But I'm just saying.
Agreed.
But he was at his prime.
Yes.
This is 90s country.
Still the best country out there.
Absolutely. I totally agree. It's an award show, and basically the producers are like, hey, you're going to go out there and you're not going to play. We're going to track it. We'll play the background music. Yeah. And you're not going to play.
Where have I heard this? Keep going.
So they go out there. The drummer doesn't bring drumsticks. So he's literally. Oh, when I say literally, I have to say literally. Literally. We're literally out of milk.
I love it. Don't ever say it normal again.
No, I can't. Okay. I just did, but I can't.
Yeah.
And so he's out there drumming, and he's
no sticks.
And he's no sticks, and he's just like. Da, da, da. So what I said, this is the honest truth. It's New Year's Eve. I'm sitting there, the ball drops, blah, blah, blah. Happy New Year. I was like, I don't know why, but I'm like, I'm going to post this video. And the thing is coming into 2025. And the hook or whatever the catch thing is, when you order a drummer on Temu.
That was good. You came up with that on your own?
I did.
Oh, that's good.
And then I played that video. So I just screen recorded, whatever. Played it. Taylor has over 1 million views.
Let me not stutter over my words here. You get me excited when I start talking about social media. I nerd out on it. I'm telling you, the videos that you put the tiniest thought into, and you're just like, let me get it out here.
Yeah.
They always do better.
Yeah.
Videos that I spend weeks editing, days planning, they flop.
Prepping. You got, I have a storyboard and everything.
Yes.
All right. And scene one.
Yes. You're hiring a videographer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. They flop.
Yeah, blocking.
Well, because, and you know what, though? That's another thing that's, like, in right now is people are over the perfect aesthetics of social media. They want to see poor film quality from your iPhone, poor editing. They just want the information, and they want it fast, or they want it really trendy, like that. Like, that was trendy and catchy. Yeah. That's so funny.
Oh, it's got, as of right now, at this point in time, it's probably like 1.5 million views.
I'm sharing it. I'm going to share it tomorrow, see if we can spark it up again. Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's so cool. But just something like that. I'm going to put this out there. And it was a joke. Yeah. It's funny. And then the comments, they're all funny. Like, their comments and some people knew the backstory of it. Like, oh, he did that as a protest.
But what's the end of that story?
So,
because I remember that story.
I don't remember the end of it.
He did something profound. Alan Jackson did.
So I think if you look at the video closely, I think he doesn't even have guitar strings on his guitar.
Yeah, I remember him doing something against what they wanted him to do.
Well, they wanted him to play. They wanted him to pretend he was playing, and he's like, okay, if I go out there and it's tracked. Like they're playing over like a music video,
right?
And he's just like sitting there like he's animatronic at Disney.
Yeah.
That's why the drummer's like, all right, well, screw the sticks. Yeah. He's over there. He's
from Timu.
So I have a funny.
I'm already excited.
Have you ever been to the Cracker Kitchen?
Yes.
Over in Brooksville.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nicole and I we didn't have the kids one weekend, and we were like, let's go get breakfast. So I'm like, all right, cool. We went over there, and they sit us on the outside on the porch, and they played good music. They always have good music out there. So they're playing this music, and it was like, I forgot what it was, but it had it had some killer. It was kicking drums. So I take
You're doing your air drums.
Yeah, no. I took my my silverware, and I'm like,
yes.
And I'm like, I look over, and the people next to us, because you're like literally so close next to us.
Yes.
Is the next table, and I'm like, and I look over, and the lady's like,
oh, like, so she wasn't fun. She was a Karen,
and I'm like,
louder. Is that what you said?
I was like, oh, you want me to go back?
I got you.
Start going. And Nicole's like, oh my God, Billy, would you please stop?
Would you stop it?
Would you stop it for real? You're good. She's like, Billy, they don't want you to keep going. Of
course, who wouldn't? Obviously, wrong crowd. Like, go home and eat in your kitchen.
This is not my crowd right here. So
we went to. Have you done Top Golf yet?
I want to go to Top Golf.
It's fun. It's so fun.
But I will tell you this: the Omni has their own version. It just opened.
So we stay there once a year.
Okay.
We didn't get the chance to do it this year, but we stay there once a year for a dance convention every year in November-ish.
Okay.
And I noticed that they opened that. I would actually like to reach out to them for a partnership and we'll go do a podcast there.
That would be so cool.
We'll set up and do a podcast there.
We did that last. Nicole had a conference over there.
Love that hotel.
And, it's so cool.
So nice.
And we went over there and they just opened it, and great food.
Because it is new, right? Like this year.
Yeah.
Or in 2024 or whatever.
Yeah, it was in summer 2024. Yeah. And I think we went in June. So
it's similar. It's a game. Is it virtual?
It is. No. It's they have but they have the holes because I'm not sure if Topgolf's the same way because I've never been, but if you hit it to a certain spot, it tracks how far it goes and everything, and it tells you where it goes.
Yeah.
So I guess they've got sensors out there or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. A net. I don't know. Have you seen the videos of people falling off at the Topgolf?
Yes.
Those are so fun.
Or how about the guys that swing really hard and it goes over?
Yeah, they're too much.
I'm like,
they're too much.
That would be me though.
Yeah, Billy, we can't go to Topgolf together.
No, I can't do that because I can't swing like that. Okay, but I'm saying that would be me.
That would be you. You're handing someone your phone. Hey, film that. Get this.
Yeah, you're like, hey, hold my beer.
Get this content.
You're like, it's about to go down. Yeah.
So I don't like the game of golf, but I love Topgolf.
I think that's why it was made.
Yeah, I like driving ranges.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The game of golf is just too slow for me. But we were there one time with some friends, and my husband, okay, you met him today. You see what he looks like.
Yeah. Good guy.
If he's a pretty good guy. If he's wearing his black button-up Columbia, which is one of his favorite uniforms, if he's wearing that.
Is that the away uni?
Yes, that's the away uni. That's our going out shirt, okay? And I love it because I look good in anything that I wear with that.
Yes.
We don't clash.
Right.
if I have on black with that, we are like a force to be reckoned with. But anyways,
dynamic duo
of the year for sure.
Yeah.
If he has that on, someone that night, if not 10 people, at least one will say, have you ever been told that you look like Luke Combs?
Yeah, I can see that a little bit. Yeah.
So he's gotten this nice comeback that he loves to make people uncomfortable with, and he'll just look at him and be like, "Is it because I'm fat?" And they instantly are like, you know. So he loves to do that, but he gets it all the time. Okay. So one night we were at Topgolf, and he's wearing his black uniform, you know, his black Columbia shirt.
Yeah.
And I take like a 6-second video, kind of my foot, and then I like roll up to him and he's talking to our friend. I actually think they were like, it kind of looked like they were shaking hands. It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was just a perfect little video. And it looked like I was sneaking the video, which was intentional. Put it on TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. And I put, when you run into Luke Combs at Topgolf. I posted it, put my phone down, enjoyed my night.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you, our entertainment on the way home, so it was up to, by the time we got in the car, which I would say was maybe an hour later, it was up to 20 million views.
Oh my gosh.
And the comment section was popping off. So nobody thought it was Luke Combs, not one person, because he resembles Luke Combs, but not enough to fool somebody, right? So in the comments, people, and I thought of this because you said when you order a drummer off of Temu, they were like, the Walmart version of Luke Combs. Or they were like, oh, look, guys, it's Luke Brush was one of my favorites. Luke Brush. And then they were saying, you know, the Aldi version of Luke Combs. And
Aldi version.
I think I hid the video.
They don't even have bags.
For his, yeah, they don't even have bags. For his dignity, I think I hid the video. Let me see. Because I'm telling you, these comments were like, I mean, top tier. We were, and he takes the criticism like he thought it was hilarious.
Poor Matt.
I hid it because I was like, no, you're my husband. They are not going to talk about you this way. He was like, Taylor, keep it up. It's like a viral video, you know, but the comment section was so, I don't have it anymore. I don't know why I would have ever gotten rid of that video, but it was really funny. People are super clever with that kind of stuff.
Now you make me feel really bad because it took me like 5 months to get 1.5 million, and yours was like 20 million in one night.
Oh my gosh! If you want to feel better, go look at my recent views. Like it literally has nothing to do with your talent. Nothing. Yeah. If somebody is getting in a fight, which that's what most of my viral. Like I have a hair clip one right now where I did a hair clip tutorial. I don't remember if it's doing better on TikTok or Instagram, but both platforms it did very well on. But the reason it did good is because I did my hair in a claw clip and I said on screen, like text, stop doing this. And I showed them what not to do. And then I said, do this instead. People tore me apart, ripped me apart because I said, don't do this. Basically, I told them what to do. Yeah. So they were correcting me in the comments. You don't have to, I don't have to do what you say. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And it went mega viral on both platforms. Again, not because of my video skills or because of my hair clip. Suggestion. Mm-hmm. They just hated me. So it went viral.
Let me tell you something, and it's so hard to not do this, but don't read the comments.
Yeah.
I heard Joe Rogan say that, and it's so true because, like, okay, so, and you get caught doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So, oh, yeah.
So I just posted a video that it was a guy that I helped coach in high school. He's now a head coach in Kentucky, and his name is Yogi. He was just on
Yogi.
Yogi, yeah.
I like that name.
Yogi Days, yeah, good guy. So, anyways, he was we were talking about something, and I had put it on YouTube as a short, and one of the comments was, so when you look at the video, like I'm on the bottom, like it's like staggered,
split screen.
Split screen. So I'm on the bottom, Yogi's up top, Yogi's talking. So if you're talking to me, I'm not gonna be like, hey, yeah. I try not to do that, but I'm agreeing with you if I can. But I'm not going to try to interrupt him. Yeah. So this person, I don't even know if it's a real person.
Yeah, who knows?
But the comment was, the guy on the bottom acts like he doesn't even care.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm literally listening to listening
to this man.
To Yogi talk and pour his heart out.
You want me to tell you how to get more views on that?
Yeah.
comment under it and like antagonize the guy back. Be like, I don't care.
I hate confrontation though.
Do you?
I do.
Okay, so
I really do. And
same
that's the thing
in real life.
Yeah, I really like. Okay, so I'm like I like jokingly will if whoever's watching this, if I ever comment on your post or anything on Facebook, Instagram, just please know it's out of comedy. It's out of love.
Like if you roast somebody,
like, yes,
it's funny.
I'm like it is like very sarcastic, very very like it's sarcasm is so.
You can go back
fun.
at him with that though. Go back at
know.
him with some. But I am an extremely sensitive person.
Yeah.
Very very sensitive. So anybody that knows me would probably think that I lay in bed at night and cry over my social media comments because that is what makes the most sense.
Right.
For some reason, they don't bother me.
Right.
I don't know why. If they ever say anything negative about my kids or my husband, I delete them.
Yeah.
If it's about me, I leave it because thank you for the engagement, you know?
Well, yeah, that, and you speak for yourself. You can't, you're going to have to defend your kids and your husband. So that's a little, that's, okay, so that's a good example. That's where you draw the line. That's where you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Like when you're like, well, and your whole family's pigs. You're like,
wait a minute. I can be
what?
a pig. I'm a very cute pig. But these three are not pigs.
People like to make so much like
they're
so
keyboard
much,
warriors.
Yes, it's so
Would
much.
They ever say that to you in person?
No,
never.
No.
I had someone the other day tell me, what video was it? And okay, well, full disclosure, they were right. My eyebrows are filled in today, so you can't like judge based off that. In this video, they were not filled in, and naturally my eyebrows start like a little too far. Like they need to come in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to have them tattooed. Tasha, hit me up.
Give her a shout out.
I need to go see her again. She's done stuff for me and I love it. But anyway, where was I? Oh, so on the video, someone said, if you would stop tweezing your eyebrows so far apart, which I don't tweeze my eyebrows. Right. I don't have to. I just fill them in. And I looked in the mirror and I'm like, dang, they're right. But if I was walking down the street, right?
Yeah.
Going to lunch.
But you would never say that.
No one would ever walk up to me and be like, wow, your eyebrows are a little far apart.
Wow,
have you ever thought about not tweezing them that way?
Your eyebrows are like... Are they having a fight?
They're literally not close together.
They're about to karate chop each other.
Yes, that's basically, and that's what I always tell people is I'm always like overly kind in the comments, but I'll like give them a little jab, like, wow, would you have ever said that to me in person? Because they won't, but they're always going to respond to you.
Yeah.
So keep that comment going, and then when it grows attention, your loyal followers will come to your defense.
Yeah.
And then boom, the reel goes viral.
Well, that's like, and like with that same video I was just telling you about with Alan Jackson, I will still like people, and they follow me, I follow them back.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So I like, I started growing bigger with that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious what people say, and it's like,
especially as it gets bigger.
Yeah.
The more viral something goes, the meaner people get.
Yeah.
For sure.
And they're gonna hate on it.
Yeah.
It just. I was watching a video just today, and I forgot what it was, but so much hate. Mm-hmm. And they're like, and there's a lot of people that are like really. I also have a very very like kind heart. Like so I'll see somebody like someone who like they'll have a video out, and it's like you can tell they put a lot of time into this. And you can appreciate that. And they're very proud of it. And as someone who does that as well, I appreciate that. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, I feel for them. I know how much time it takes. And even if like what they're doing doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I'm like, hey,
this could have been better, but
right. But I'm like, I'm not gonna sit over here and have a constructive criticism like that's all those comments are.
Now if they reached out to you and asked,
that'd be one thing.
These people that leave mean comments,
right,
they're unhappy. There's something going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it doesn't bother me. Now, if a close friend or family member would have said these things to me, I'd have thought about it for the next 5 years. I would never get over it. I'm just very sensitive. And so people that know me are always like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I saw the comment section. I'm like, I'm good. It doesn't bother me. Like, really, it doesn't. Because I know there's something going on with these people.
I know. It's one of those things where you're just like, you try so hard to keep up. You're like, I can do this, and you try. And it's just like, it seems like people more or less, if it's not like it's hard to find out what everybody's interested in.
Yeah.
So you try to keep like you have a premise, you have like this guideline. You're going to go with, all right, I'm into this, and I know what I'm talking about here, or or whatever. And
people can tell too.
Right. They can tell when you're genuinely.
Yes.
Like
for sure,
you know what I mean. Like you're genuine about this. It's not like you're like, well, I think this is what how it goes.
Yeah,
I mean, there are times where I talk about stuff that I'm like, well, look, I don't know the entire process,
but from what I've Googled,
from what I've been told, and basically that's basically everything we've ever known is what we've been told or passed down. So I mean,
absolutely,
if they don't find that credible. I mean, what do you believe in? Anymore?
I respect that so much when someone can say, either this is my opinion, but I don't know if it's fact, or this is just all I know about the topic, or I know nothing.
Right.
Because I love researching, I love learning new things, but I mean, don't tell me something if it's not fact, because I'm running with it. I'm believing it,
Right. And another refreshing thing is when someone is proven wrong and they go, you know what, I was absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
How many people do you know now that you can't, that won't even admit?
That won't admit that.
I mean, they could be.
Well, you misunderstood me.
Yeah.
Actually, I was right.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, that's not what I said.
You're like
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I'm wrong like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I love being right. Love that.
Who doesn't like
love
to be right?
being right?
Who doesn't like to be right? You want to be the smarty pants in the room. You want to be the ultimate smarty pants.
But most of the time, I'm not.
No.
But I do. I think it doesn't bother me because like I said, I love learning new things.
Yeah.
Love learning new topics, people's different hobbies. I'm fascinated by like different religions and like different cultures.
Yeah.
Fascinates me.
I know you say that you don't do a lot of TV shows, but have you watched Ted Lasso?
I've never even heard of it.
Taylor.
I'm sorry.
What? You've never heard of it?
Ted Lasso. Does he lasso things?
No, Ted Lasso. Okay, so the premise is he's a a college football coach.
Okay. Is this scripted?
This is a drama series. It's a comedy drama. It's on Apple TV.
Oh, I have that.
Check it out. It's
Might
called
have to watch
Ted
it.
Lasso. He's a college football coach.
Okay.
And this lady from England has a football club.
Okay.
And she's going through a divorce, and the guy, his pride and joy is his football team.
Okay.
And she inherits the football team through the divorce. She wants to run this thing in the dirt. So she gets a guy from America, which is already a spit in the face to their loyalty, to their fans and stuff. And he's a football coach, an American football coach. So totally different sports.
Oh, no.
So he has to come over and he comes over to England. And at first, it's a joke. Like, it's like Major League. Like, they're going to run this in the ground.
Okay.
But he has no idea.
Yeah.
And then he comes over and he starts laying out philosophies and does like team bonding and all this chemistry. And the owner's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I literally.
I was going to say, how do they say that there? Literally.
Literally. Yeah. I basically hired you to run this thing in the dirt. And it's like she's like, I'm so sorry because you ended up being the best thing for us.
Yeah.
But he has a bunch of different sayings, and one of them is there's one of them is what the animal that has the shortest memory is a goldfish. They have a 10-second memory.
I've heard that.
So they say be a goldfish. So you something, but good or bad.
Yeah.
It has to be both.
So they're basically saying like constantly relearning, be open to learning
if
new
something
things.
Bad happens, just forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Just forget about it and move on.
I need to work on that.
Another one is be curious, not judgmental.
Okay.
So, and that's another big thing.
Yeah, that's important.
We're going by like we're talking about being wrong and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with being wrong.
No, yeah.
Like I told Jace the other day, I was like, I've told you the word no. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that word.
Yeah.
No is not always bad.
Yeah.
Just means you're not ready.
Right.
Especially if you like. You say you have a kid and they, like the classic Christmas story where I want a Red Ryder BB gun.
Uh-huh.
You're like, you're a kid. You don't need a gun.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah, you'll shoot you. What did they say? You'll shoot your eye. You've seen that movie.
Okay, parts and pieces, yes.
Wow.
Not through the full one, but yeah, I know a little bit.
I was gonna say I don't know how you haven't seen it because it's on 24/7 on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Is that your favorite Christmas movie?
No, it isn't.
Which one is?
If I say it, you probably haven't seen it.
I might have because I love Christmas.
Die Hard.
Oh. Okay, you and Matt are way more alike than I. That's not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
Okay, I know. You'll fight me to the death. It's fine.
It takes place at Christmas time.
All right.
It has, just because it has like terrorist and
I don't know if I
Goblay.
have one.
If I can't count that one, I would have to say Home Alone. Probably.
Home Alone, yes, that's a really good one.
Yes, and you have seen that, you said.
Yes, I've seen Home Alone. I really like Christmas with the Cranks. I know that's not like an old one.
Yeah.
I really love that one. And
National Lampoon.
I was going to say National Lampoon is probably my favorite Christmas movie. I could watch that one over and over. There's so many good ones though. All the Hallmark ones.
Jingle All the Way was good.
Jingle All the Way is probably like a top 3 for me.
That's a good one.
Actually got Bennett a Turbo Man 2 Christmases ago.
Oh,
and it played out into the story of Jingle All the Way because it was hard to find. And I was like, if I walked into a Target and found this Turbo Man easily, it wouldn't mean as much to me. The fact that we had to hunt down the Target, run in there, punch a few people in the face on the way by, it made it that much more special.
Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, serving the Lake Pennsauken and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 33 years, we have strived to serve great food at great prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our burgers or wings are the best around. We have daily specials too. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information. Duto Realty is a homegrown business with an eye for getting the job done right. From football games to Sunday school and everything in between, these ladies care about our community and the people in it. Helping buyers and sellers in all of Florida with all types of transactions, including residential, commercial, farm, or vacant land. They do it all. They even offer auction services and sellouts to always get the job done right. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck. Whether your water is supplied by a public municipality or a private well, for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing wear. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kingston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with them. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store. Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Pennsauken's newest tap room, offering 14 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beers, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and puff. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to come hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app. Looking for custom apparel that stands out? Welcome to the Stitching Heifers, Bushnell's premier embroidery and custom apparel shop. From custom hats, t-shirts and jackets to unique gifts and business branding. We specialize in high quality, personalized apparel that reflects your style and vision. Step into our exclusive hat bar and design your one-of-a-kind custom hat, perfect for personal flair or promoting your brand. At the Stitching Heifers, we're committed to bringing your ideas to life with exceptional service and attention to detail. Whether it's for you, your business, or a thoughtful gift, we're your trusted partner for all things custom in the heart of Sumter County. Stop by today or visit us online to get started. The Stitching Heifers, custom style, local heart. You know what's funny is that, okay, so you were too young, because I was barely young to do it. But back in the 80s, if you wanted, girls wanted a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah.
That was the thing in the 80s. People were like fist fighting.
Yeah, we took my sister to the plant. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
like where they birth them or make them, or I don't know. Are they real?
Isn't that a farm?
Yeah, it's like a farm where they build these babies.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of babies.
I've never.
Where was it? I was super young.
That's in Georgia somewhere.
And I was like, yes. And I was in like, I'll have to have my mom refresh my memory, but I was in like my tomboy phase. I was probably so pissed that I was even there. Like I was probably so mad. Although my sister went to like 5 softball tournaments in a week, you know, they probably did this one thing for her out of her entire childhood. And I was like, a baby doll factory? What? But yeah, I remember going there and her getting a baby doll that like ate off a spoon or something. I don't know.
Well, then the second, so that was in the 80s and then the 90s. And I think, I'm probably completely wrong, but it coincidentally, it's the same time that Jingle All the Way came out, was the Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh,
it was a very, very popular toy that came out, and it was the same way. It's like, do you have... I mean, that was
the Tickle Me Elmo.
The marketing of that was genius.
Yeah,
you know, people, like I said, people are getting in fights. They're like going crazy with this thing, and it's like, and now you're looking at it like, really?
Yeah, that's what we were fighting over.
I punched out this old lady because I wanted a little Muppet.
No, it was worth it. I'm sorry, but the granny I took out to get Turbo Man was worth it. That would be
my nephew Ronnie.
Yeah. I don't even think that like Bennett cared about the Turbo Man.
No,
at all.
No.
I just was blown away that there was a Turbo Man doll somewhere. He actually liked that other character on the movie, the villain. The villain
guy.
He wore a helmet. I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
but he liked him more than Turbo Man. But yeah, that movie is a classic. I do love that one.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how when we were kids, we wanted, like, since we're on Christmas kick real quick, when you wanted something really, 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 really bad, and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, you tell Santa what you want. You're like, this is what I want. Like, what do you want for Christmas? And you're like, oh my gosh, I want whatever it is that you were like so into at the time. Christmas Day comes, you open the package, and there it is, right? 3 hours later, you could care less.
You're over it. You're over it. Totally over it.
I think that is like, it's like our conquer thing. We're like in our DNA where we're like, okay.
It's kind of everything in life, though, you know?
Absolutely.
One time, my parents, we had these huge gifts wrapped under the tree. I don't remember how old we were. We were both in our teens. And all December, for each of us, there was one for each, me and my sister, these huge gifts. And we must not have believed. I hope you don't have very young listeners on your. I hesitated saying that. I definitely still believe. But at the time, maybe I was a little confused. Anyway, they put them under there, like under the tree, like beginning of December, and all year, Daddy, what is that? Come on, Mom won't tell us what is it, and he'd say it's a beanbag. We'd be like, oh my gosh, Dad, come on, tell us what it is. A beanbag. They're beanbags. And every time we'd get near it, my mom would be like, careful with those. They're extremely fragile. So one's telling us a beanbag, one's telling us it's going to break, you know. And we're like, oh my gosh, they're huge. And we're coming up with all these things that they could be. They were beanbags. He's like, I told y'all.
Really? Yes. That was no joke.
They were those huge, like, beanbags that were like the size of beds.
I remember
and
that.
they were the best. We had them for years. But they were in like these big boxes. And my dad like just told us, like, the psychological games he played with us all December. We'd be like, Dad, come on, tell us. He's like, I did tell y'all. They're beanbags. And I'm like, Dad, we opened them up to beanbags and we're like, oh, you really did tell us.
But isn't that weird how that's the same way that we tell people the truth and they won't believe
They don't believe it. Yeah.
Like I mean, over in Orlando, you'd have friends that something would happen. You're like, look at me. that person is bad. Stay away from them. They're no good. And they're like, oh,
let me find out for myself.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, you're good. Yeah, nah, I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, let me
we're good.
They're gonna do what to me? Oh, let me just see.
Exactly.
I love doing
Isn't
that.
that weird?
Yeah,
though?
love that.
You could tell somebody the straight up truth, and they won't believe you.
Yeah, that is true. We're wired weird.
Lies are so much. I mean, there's so much.
They're more fun to believe. They're easier to believe.
I guess. But it's so weird, though.
I saw something the other day that said something along the lines of, if they never asked for your side of the story, it's probably because the lies that they heard is what they want, or the story that they were told is the lies that they wanted to believe.
Right.
Or even if it's not a lie, there's always a few truths, his truth, her truth, the real truth. But yeah, it said something, I probably butchered that, but it was very fascinating because it's like, that's the narrative they had in their mind that they wanted the story to be. Mm-hmm. And so they're not going to search any further. They're like, yep, that's the truth I'm holding on to.
I mean, and there's a lot of people that go through life and like say someone who's been adopted. Mm-hmm. Okay. And they don't want to know who their parents are.
Yeah.
Because their parents that raised them are their parents.
They had a great life.
Right.
Yeah.
They had their great life. They're not going to go in and search.
That would change a lot.
And it could be, it would.
Yeah.
But it would also, I mean, why would you go dig up something that, I mean, like you said, it's a part of your life, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's almost like it never happened.
Yeah.
But I find that fascinating that some people are like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to know.
Could you imagine being told that? I'm a huge daddy's girl. And someone could tell me today, like, hey, I don't know if they told you.
Yeah.
That ain't your dad. I'd be like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters to me.
Yeah.
No desire to research.
Right.
No desire to dig. So I would feel the same way.
I get it.
Yeah, I would feel that way. But I am very nosy. I might do some Facebook stalking, see who this person is.
Yeah, you're on 23andMe or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No.
I haven't either.
No, you can't hide things these days, though.
No.
They know how to. Well, I was told that it sends your DNA off to be studied in things that you don't really want it to be studied in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
a conspiracy type theory thing.
Like if you were involved in a crime or something.
Yeah. Well, and I've been involved in a few, so I've
been in a heist one time.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah. So I have to just lay low. I can't turn my DNA in. Yeah. I'm not even really sure I know what DNA is. If I'm being honest, is it blood? Is it spit? Is it all of the above?
I don't know because they collect so much of it.
Yeah, they can't have mine because they'd come get me.
Speaking of DNA and like your fingertips and stuff, so
yeah.
we were in. My brother was in the Air Force, and he was in Idaho, stationed in Idaho, and in Mountain Home, which is about an hour from Boise.
Okay.
So we're like, hey, we're gonna go to Red Lobster. I mean, in the middle of Idaho.
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Idaho, but it's Idaho.
Oh, so it's not good?
Well, I mean, how fresh can it be? You're landlocked.
I don't care. Cold Cheddar Bay biscuits are better than no Cheddar Bay biscuits.
That is true. You got a point there. Yeah. I will go with you on that. But
okay.
Anyways, the lady comes and we order. The lady comes by, and people come in. You get that classic like, "Hey, these are hot."
Yeah.
I'm like, and I looked at her. I was like, "Ma'am, how are you holding on to that?"
So she's lying.
No. She goes, "Oh, this is what she told me." She looks at the place and she goes, "Oh, yeah, I burn off the fingertips." I'm like, so I looked at her dead in the eye and it's like, you want to make some side money?
What crime did you commit? I've got a few people that I need taken out. Do you still have her info?
Are you off the grid?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. They say that about hairstylists, that we don't have fingertips because of our, all the chemicals we use in the bleach.
No prints or anything?
Yeah.
No fingerprints?
Yeah.
Wow.
So and they also say to watch out for us too, because we have so much of your DNA on us. We could plant you at any crime, with your hair.
True. A follicle.
Yeah, so we could commit the crime
Have you ever wanted to do some side? You ever see some side money? Or do some side?
Well, if you see me rolling up in a new 2025 Tahoe, don't ask questions, okay? Don't ask questions. I have no fingertips, and I have a lot of client DNA.
But I thought that was so weird.
Can we just say this is what is the legal premise on this? We have to just, what do you say when you don't want it to be...
confidential?
Theoretically.
Oh, no,
if I were hypothetically, yeah, thank you. Hypothetically, if I were to commit a crime, because never have, obviously. Few times wanted to. All of us have. Yeah. Wink. Which camera am I supposed to look at?
Camera 2?
Yeah, wink. Wait, 2? Why do you have 2 in a 3 spot?
Don't ask.
Okay, don't ask. I won't ask. That's right.
No, I think it's a weird world we live in.
For sure.
It is crazy. People anymore, it's crazy how we've adapted, and we've evolved from. You just go back 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Look at what we were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, the social media thing has just blown up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like, I'm debating right now, should I get TikTok?
You don't have it yet?
I don't have TikTok. And you, of all people, could tell me whether or not I need it.
Do you need it? No. It is where I grew. That was where my first viral video went off, and I grew the majority of my Instagram and TikTok followers from that video, from TikTok. But TikTok was growing at the time. So,
Right.
like, you look at all these influencers, I'm going to spout out some that you probably don't even care to follow because it's more my niche. But, like, Krista Horton, she's in the millions now. I think when she had, like, the amount of followers I had, she was getting like 10K per post. Like,
wow.
And that was before Reels were a thing. A company could just look at her and say, hey, will you post about our t-shirt? Sure. One photo on my feed, $10,000.
Wow.
Easily. But now I'm not saying she didn't earn her following because she
Right.
gets the game.
Right.
She is. She's trendy. She's cool. She gets the game.
She knows
but
how to do it.
Yeah, she
Right.
just got in when Instagram influencers weren't big yet.
Right.
It is such a saturated thing now. Everybody's an influencer. Even if you're on a personal account, you can link now in your stories. Like, you used to have 10,000 followers on Instagram before you could put a link in your stories.
Right.
Now anybody can. So Paisley, my daughter, with her Instagram, she could link her Nikes,
Gotcha.
So with TikTok, I love the app. I will say it's high, and this is not an opinion. This is psychologically based, however you want to say it, the most addictive app because
Gotcha.
it is just very quick form content as soon as you want it. So you have to put some boundaries there. It's how I unwind at night. I scroll, I call it content research.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling TikTok, getting ideas.
My, this Reels, that's one of the reasons why I feel like I haven't had the need to get the TikTok because I've got the Reels on Facebook and Instagram. I know they're together now. But,
Yeah. But you get those like 5 years after we get a TikTok trend.
That is true.
5 years is dramatic.
That is a little
5
dramatic.
weeks.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I will go through the Reels and I send them to Nicole all the time.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, she'll have like 14 in a row.
Cracking up.
She's like, I'm the one cracking up. She's like, Billy, really?
Yeah.
Like,
get my humor, honey. Come on. But I need like an entire week off to go through the amount of Reels that my daughter sends me.
oh wow.
She doesn't have TikTok, but she sends me Instagram Reels, and it's always like what I got my daughter for her Easter basket, and
Yeah.
it's like this extravagant Easter basket, and she's like, nudge, nudge, mom. Anyway, I'm like, I need an entire 2 weeks off just to catch up on all the Reels that you sent me in DMs. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
No, that's crazy though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so much to keep up with now, and now that X is a little more.
Are you on there?
I'm on X,
I have an account. I don't have the app downloaded on my phone.
but it's not. But it's my least favorite. Even
Yeah.
though the social it's broad now. It's not as what's the word I'm looking for? Where monitored.
Yeah.
As it was, because it was monitored at one time.
Right.
People were getting kicked off all the time, and I mean, you used to have Facebook jail and
Yeah.
all that stuff, and it is what it was, and. But X is my least favorite. I mean, I still
like Threads.
I'm on
I
it.
have Threads, and sometimes I share
I gotta
content
get
on
the
it.
Threads thing, I think.
It's
but-
I really liked Twitter, X,
Yeah.
Threads when you just wanted a break from the visual and you just wanted to type something that was in your head,
Right.
like a status,
Right.
Like even Facebook now is so much visual photos,
Right.
Sometimes you just need a break and you want to brain dump, but even Threads and X and all that now it's covered in photos and videos too. But yeah, I used to love Twitter in like my early teens because I could just hop on there and throw out a thought, and it was fun without having to post a picture.
But do you think it was? I mean, it's upgraded a little bit, but because on Twitter, you would have only 180 characters. And it was hard to figure out what you wanted to say in 180 characters.
Oh, for me especially. Me and you both, yeah.
Right. So you try to
say.
make a point or whatever, and you're like, okay, you want to be like, to be continued.
Yeah.
And the next
or you start going like U, the letter U instead of YOU. Cutting it down.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to say, I think, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like 10, 15 years from now, I think our kids, our youth, are going to have like their own language.
Oh yeah.
Like almost like hieroglyphics, like with emojis and stuff. Like, because pretty much you can carry on a conversation without, somebody gave an example the other day. There was a kid that couldn't even read, and it was an adult, not a kid, because they grew up with emojis. That's all they talked about was emojis. So
I, maybe an unpopular opinion, I don't really believe that my daughter deserves privacy right now. She's 12.
Right.
I go through her phone. So anybody and she knows I do. Yeah, she knows I do. Having a phone is a privilege. It's not, something she's owed. And she knows I go through her text messages, her Instagram account frequently. Anyway, I have trouble understanding what her friends are talking about. Yeah. I have to Google.
It's in code.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they say goodnight, it's GN, which that one's obviously very easy to figure out. It's just one that popped in my head, but they never say goodnight. It's GN. Or, I can't think of any off the top of my head now, but I literally have to Google, what does this mean when this emoji is sent with this slang word? Right. And, or I'll just ask Paisley, what does this mean? And it's literally in another language. Literally.
You're starting to get into skibbity riz and
yeah, or the Bennett he kept calling me a what was it? It ended up being a good thing. It meant that I was like the big person in the family, the important person. Oh my goodness.
Oh, gotcha.
Not rizzing, because that's flirting, right?
Yeah, your riz is like your game.
They're rizzing you up.
Or your...
Oh my gosh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I'll think of it in a minute. But
you have to, it's almost like we've gotten to where a language is almost like the chart of the elements.
Yeah.
Like you have to look
and
say,
decode.
What does this mean?
And in different, have you heard the recent one? Well, I think it's recent. The 6-7. That's how they say it. Like if you
6-7?
They won't tell me what it means. And they think it's hilarious. So after church last week, we brought home 3 of Paisley's friends. We very often leave church with many more kids than we came with, or we leave with 0 because our kids went to someone else's house. Anyway, last week we came home with 3 additional kids, so 5 total in the car. And they, if you ask them anything related to number, what time is it? Oh, I don't know, Mom, 6-7. Or how many subs do you want? Oh, 6-7. And then they all start laughing at you when you look at them like this. And I have no idea what it means. I was hoping you would.
No.
Somebody's got to let us know.
Maybe I can ask Jace before we leave.
Yeah, somebody's got to let us know. I have no idea what it means, but it's another thing, and they think it's funny that we don't know.
Yeah.
I'm only 33. How did I get here?
Secret language.
Yes. How did I get here? Because I try to think of words like back in the day that my parents didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we had that many.
Thanks for watching episode 2 of this 3-part podcast. Tune in next week for part 3.